I'm Stephen Agron, a Managing Director at Karl Marx Advisors. Today we're going to discuss some of the challenges facing the trucking industry. Over the last number of months, we've seen major compression on rates. Because of this compression on rates, it's becoming more and more difficult to be profitable as a trucking company. Therefore, trucking companies today have to become more and more efficient. The best way to be efficient, in my opinion, is to maintain lane density. And when I talk about lane density, I'm referring to the number of truckloads going into a market need to equal the truckloads coming out. In a time where we have extensive brokerage and therefore pressure on rates, you need to ensure that you are signing up the same number of loads into a market as are coming out of the market. If you don't have that balance, you could be forced to move one of your tractors from the current market into another market to pick up a load. That is therefore going to incur deadhead. Deadhead miles are when you need to move a truck from a current location to another. You incur all the costs, including driver time, fuel, wear and tear on the truck, but with no revenue. That puts extensive pressure on profitability. The last area we're going to discuss is asset utilization. Making sure that when you have a tractor that costs $150,000, you keep that truck moving at all times. The two most likely reasons why a truck doesn't move is one, it's broken down. To combat breaking down, you need to ensure that you have a strong preventative maintenance program in place. The second area you need to work on is to ensure that you have enough drivers as you have trucks. In a time when we are currently experiencing over 25,000 driver shortage in the marketplace, this can be a very, very difficult thing for any company. Additionally, over the next number of years, we're expecting that 25,000 driver shortage to expand to 175,000 drivers. Clearly, it is going to be a challenge for any trucking driver to ensure that they have enough drivers as trucks. This is going to put pressure on the companies to minimize overhead, to minimize turnover, and to ensure that their trucks are always moving. So in conclusion, to ensure that you remain profitable during these difficult times of price pressure, you need to make sure you do three things. One, make sure that you have lane integrity. Two, ensure that you minimize your deadhead percentage. And three, ensure that asset utilization is as close to 100% as possible.